Good morning, YouTube. So, after watching a few videos this morning, I wrote a few things I wanted to share before I start my work day. Times are changing really fast, and I feel like creating this channel is a way for me to possibly help people maintain their mental, emotional health and get some footing outside the mainstream everyday propaganda that's kind of peppered in your day-to-day, assuming that your day-to-day is going to not change. And when it does change, there's going to be a lot of fallout, a lot of looking back and grasping for anchorage. And there's going to be people are going to need places to anchor. And I hope that this channel becomes one of those places. There's many other ports to anchor into, of course, outside the internet. But this is my medium of choice as far as disclosing things to the public and sharing my thoughts and feelings. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So I'm going to read these two things I wrote this morning and start my workday. So this is in response to understanding that there's paratroopers being deployed to Iran, and Karg Island is possibly going to be approached. Personally, I feel like it will never be taken. It will be sacrificed by the IRGC before it's ever a military base. This is not Afghanistan 2.0. It's Iran is a mountain fortress, and that's not romanticizing the situation or adding in theatrical semantics. I mean, if you look at a geographical map showing all the ridges and mountains and valleys and such, it is literally a mountain fortress of 80 plus million people. It is not going to be a good time for your sons and daughters trying to get there, whether it's by air or by foot. It is a reckless, symbolic hubris move by President of the United States on behalf of Israel, of course. Their mindset is such that they'll try anything to say that they did, and also build up possibly a false flag excuse or justification for bringing things to even a higher level of violence and illegality. So here's what I wrote in response. Yes, your children have been once again deployed to die for Israel, to fight its wars. Israel, a Fox biblical dream come true, an anti-Judaic regime first and foremost established as the British proxy militia foothold in the Middle East, clandestinely assisted at the time by apartheid South Africa, their Epstein class, to develop an illegal nuclear arms weapons lab and production center. It's Jim Jones meets an Einstein discussion forum, and somewhere between a uranium proton and a urinary yeast infection, a child was born. When the coffins start rolling out of the pallbearer military cargo planes, remember, the flag draped on it is pure propaganda. It's not just the colonizer-sewn American flag. There's an Israeli flag neatly aligned and hidden directly under it, with a big stamp on it that reads, "Compliments of AIPAC donors. We thank you. In God we rust." An interview you'll never see on USA mainstream dehumanization media. This is in reference to an interview by a news anchor and Professor Marandi of Iran. So I coupled this comment with that video, which I normally do on social media. So I'll start over with this last piece. An interview you'll never see on USA mainstream dehumanization media, including dehumanizing its USA viewers, keeping them dumbed down and thinking the worst about phantoms created in their heads by pro-biblical propagandists and U.S. State Department anti-think tanks. So, just a quick update. I'm still working on my React video platform settings and such. I have a decent webcam, which is coming through a camera that I have, and the visual quality is not so great in transferring the YouTube screen capture to the Streamlabs platform. So if anyone out there has any suggestions, send me a link or DM me, and I'm happy to pay you for your time, even have a phone call or something to help me figure this out, because I really feel like React videos are very important in this day and age of no fact checking, just that, you know, people say things, and others who don't have a penchant for journalistic forensics or fact checking in general just take it at service value. And I think that it's a good way to model people to start critically thinking about things that they hear and see, and to develop their own version of like an at-home forensics attitude around life in general, and the day-to-day. It doesn't have to be just exclusively for political commentary and news in general. It could be for anything, conversation, something you've written in a contract or signed, something your boss tells you, something a friend tells you, even your own thoughts can be forensically analyzed as legitimate or simply an assumption. So this is coming from a general, my day-to-day feeling and things that I've discovered on social media and the internet. You know, something in the collective has forcefully set to change in the USA mindset when you've got war veterans and everyday citizens cheering for Iran. That's a serious era touchstone, a quantitative shift that'll simply and not so simply grease the gears for the great downhill race to the bottom of an empty oil barrel. Empty cornfields and full empty propaganda. The United States capitalist elite government has been skating on an ever-rising deficit ceiling for its entire existence. The floor beneath that ceiling being a materialistic, for-profit, enslaved, distracted by the other propaganda citizenry all along the way. So, just a footnote, do some research if you're interested, just in the sense of refining your day-to-day opinions and thoughts about the deficit and why things are a certain way that they are. The deficit started with the American Revolution. So from the get-go, we've been using credit cards. Ben Franklin warned against this, and yet there it is. I mean, it's I'm not going to go into my philosophical position on credit cards. It's for another video. But the deficit ceiling, it was created from the get-go. Perhaps folks are waking up to one of the greatest cons of the Anglo Saxon Empire, that it was their own government, a capitalist Epstein Shareholder Republic, that has been the other, pointing the finger by way of religious bigotry the whole time. They started with calling the Turtle Island indigenous savages, and will end by calling Iran barbarians. Do you see the pattern? The true barbarism lies at the heart of American empire and G7 greed, immorality and quest for status by way of genocidal bloodbaths, stolen natural resources, assassinations, terror for profit, dictator nation building. The USA, home of the most unprocessed war criminals acknowledged as such by the ICC and ICJ in the world. Nothing to brag about, but Americans' freedom to dream, imaginations always find a way to do so, which is the very coping mechanism that keeps their courage and conviction at the developmental age of a 2-year-old. Innocent but dependent, dependent but lashing out but insincerely apologetic due to base human needs that are deemed exploitable by a capitalist system which runs on societally condoned civilian deaths annually due to no health care, lack of job site oversight, and base standards, systemic racism, and wars we fight for Israel, a totally separate fascist regime connected at the USA's hip artificially by a latent sense of moral debt to an immoral regime doing genocide and apartheid since its inception. Never mind the unpaid debt to the US indigenous and Afro-Americans for what you cannot do to the United States government, it will surely do to you. Visit Arlington Cemetery, where the propaganda mechanism depicts each death as a Christ that died for your sins. And if your sins aren't big enough to have died for, then you might ask yourself, where else could they be then? Where else indeed? So my day starts, and thank you for taking the time to hear and consider what I have to offer.